This is the Mighty AU number 2's engine bay. It is filthy as all hell. As you can see, there's just dirt everywhere, all that stuff. First things first, I'm gonna get a vacuum, try and get all that stuff in those outer areas, just get all that crap out, and then I'm gonna blow it down with pressured air, and then we'll start off with the bonnet heat shield, because if we do that last, all the stuff that we get out of that will just drip down onto the engine. So yeah, let's start vacuuming first, I guess. Well, that didn't really do too much. It's time to use some compressed air and just get all that dirt and crap out, and then we'll start on this top bit. Here we go. So all the stuff that's on it now needs to be agitated to come off. So obviously with degreaser, all that stuff. Before it gets dark, we're going to try and get this heat shield for the bonnet here done and clean, because it's pretty dirty. So we're just going to spray it with some degreaser. We're going to cover up the engine bay because we don't want that stuff dripping down. We'll get the hose down a bit, and hopefully it should penetrate and come up a lot better than it is. Tomorrow I'm going to focus on this. I have a cold air intake there, same one I've already shown the channel. All we have to do is take that stuff off, breathe the hose, all that crap. I've done it before. I'll do it quickly before we detail the whole rest of the engine bay, because there's no point cleaning something that I'm not going to use. Anyways, yeah, let's get to this heat shield. Guys, this is going to be the basic process. I have some degreaser in this thing here. We're pretty much just going to spray it all down just like that. Just get it all soaked, let it sit for a little bit, let all that crap come out. And I'm going to pressure wash it. Probably shouldn't be pressure washing. We're not going to pressure wash the engine bay, but for this bit we will, because it's an AU. It's not like it's going on any of the electrical things. It's all covered up here. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright, we'll let that sit for a minute, and then we'll get to pressure washing. Alright, pressure wash time. Top down. Alright, I'm going to get the air compressor and just try and air it off before it dries and seeps into that foam, because if you guys can see, the foam's not in good health. So we'll try and get all that out. Alright, that's probably the best we're going to get. Yeah, we're just going to let that just get all that liquid out overnight, and hopefully by tomorrow it'll be dry, and then we can start working on the engine bay. Right guys, so after a bit of off-camera work, I have cleaned out the throttle body, cleaned out the MAF sensor. I've done the cold air intake. I haven't fully installed the box and everything, but I've installed the territory intake part. We're pretty much ready now to have the engine just sprayed with degreaser and then hit with just a bit of water. I've covered off the intakes, the main parts that you don't want to get wet, like the fuse box, the converter, because it's LPG, and the coil pack down there is covered as well. Obviously going to try and avoid putting any water in these spark plugs. So yeah, let's just get straight into it, I guess. Alright guys, so we have our degreaser here. We have some brushes to penetrate all that just loose dirt, oil, whatever it is, get that loose. And then we're going to wipe it down and do some tire foam. So that's pretty much the process. Let's just get straight into it. Alright guys, we're going to grab our hose and just spray down everything we can, avoiding those areas of course, so we don't want to have any problems. Alright, hopefully you guys can see, it's looking a whole lot better. You can actually tell it's a green top now. There's obviously still a lot of crap everywhere, but we've hosed it down, got all the water out of the places where you don't want them. We're going to take off the bags, and then we're pretty much just going to start rubbing everything down. And then after that, we'll use some tire foam. Okay guys, we have some tire foam in front of myself here. We're pretty much just gonna spray each part down and then let it sit for, you know what, like 5-10 seconds, and then rub down with microfiber. I'm gonna try and do the whole engine bay, and then once we're done, I'll chuck back on the original air box, which I've cut a hole in. I still need to get a K&N filter for it to be a cold air intake, but yeah, that should be about everything. Okay guys, so I've finished tire foaming. I have completed the cold air intake. I've put it all back on, and I've also just cleaned up the battery terminals because they were a bit like rusty and corroded and all that stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll just show you guys the final product of what it looks like. So as you guys can see, it actually came out pretty good. I mean, obviously it's not going to be perfect. Once again, as a 20-year-old car, like I said in my interior video. But obviously the cold air intake looks new because that's not from this car. But you can actually see the actual true color of the engine now. It's green, so LPG green top. A lot of that oil or built up grime around the bottom of the engine, like the rocker cover area, is gone. And yeah, a few pieces just turned out really good, like the power steering fluid pump and the coolant reservoir. They came out pretty good, even though the coolant reservoir still has that dirt on it. But at this point, I can actually like work on the car, and I don't feel like if I work under the engine bay, I'm gonna have all this dirt and crap just full on me. So that's the main reason why I wanted to do this, as well as obviously make it look good. But you guys can let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. I know it's going to be a short one, but I have ordered some stuff because we're going to do a pretty big general maintenance on this car. I'm just waiting for a few more things to come. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna post this video to make sure you guys have some content. But yeah, let me know what you thought down below, how it turned out. I think it came out like 10 times better than what it was. It was just covered in dirt and all dust and all that crap over sitting for ages. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Give it a like if you liked it, dislike if you don't. Subscribe if you haven't, obviously. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao.